Just to give you a rundown on my charge, she's Russian. Aristocracy dating back to Ivan the Terrible on your father's side.
Mrs. Rogers loses no time in promoting the Countess to Mr. Gorrell Barnes. If she can pair them off, she'll be rewarded by both families.
Okay.
Do you like Lurishka?
Yeah, absolutely sweet. Really, really nice. Clever, pretty, just really nice.
As the highest-ranking woman, she gets the best room in the house. But the Countess has a little secret.
Contrary to your appearance of wealth, the cost to your family of supporting Tsar Alexander in the recent wars with Prussia and France has left them and you virtually penniless. It is imperative that you do your utmost to keep this shameful fact a secret and maintain an appearance of wealth.
Protocol forbids the men to greet the ladies on arrival.
There's a lady in the library with a telescope looking up the hill.
What's she doing with the telescope?
She's looking at me, looking at her.
So you're my chaperone?
Yes.
So you're looking after my interests. Are you looking after the other girls' interests, or are you out for me?
Oh, you entirely.
The host is the highest sort of...
Yeah, he seems perfectly acceptable. I think it would be a good idea if I did know what your income was, because...
I was thinking to myself, what would I say about the fact that I have less money than any other girl here, even though I'm the highest status in the house? I thought my cover story might be that I've had quite a racy and interesting life, and my father has sent me to England to try and make me into a proper lady. And because of my gambling habits has cut my expenses income.
It does say here you could be the bane of my life.
I know.
So I wouldn't risk it, darling.
I already feel that way.
I'm a big girl.
Will I read everybody the rules of the house? Okay, the rules of captivation for gentlemen. Getting your leg over.
In this world where men and women can only ever meet formally, it's vital our gentlemen are equipped to detect the slightest hint of interest.
Right, let's go to the fan bit, because I like that. Right, presented shut. The fan is presented shut.
I love you, I love you.
Yeah, that is.
desire you.
Yeah, that means they love you.
What, very slowly?
Now, this is important, this is important. If they're carrying it in their right hand, right?
Yeah.
That means you're coming on too much, right? So that could be an important one. So slow down a bit, gentlemen, if they're doing that.
Possibly, they keep saying...
Arrivals. Oh, there we go.
Oh, God, she's wearing a bonnet.
6 foot, 36, 24, 35, squinty eye. There she blows.
The second woman to arrive, and the most attractive marriage prospect, is industrial heiress Victoria Hopkins. She's rich.
I am the sales and marketing director of my family's engineering company. I work with my dad and my uncle. My love life is referred to by my friends as the travelator because there's always kind of at least one or two people on it. There's very few men who can afford me, if I'm honest.
I need refining. You do need refining. You're a bit rough on the edges. A bit rough on the edges, yeah. So.
Victoria's chaperone is real-life aristocrat Elizabeth, Lady Devonport. A titled lady was often paid to introduce daughters of the socially inferior into high society.
I call them Mr. This and Captain That and Lord the Other.
My chaperone is absolutely fantastic.
You will.
Come from kind of very, very different backgrounds, and I know that she is a kind of proper lady, which for me is kind of very privileged to meet somebody of such status.
Drink to the ladies. It'd be nice having the company of men, but definitely need people of the female persuasion to arrive.
In Regency terms, Miss Hopkins' new money would be a perfect match for Mr. Everett's old family connections.
Describe Victoria. Tall, slim, fat, round?
Quite slim.
Would you...
The whole experience is really, really overwhelming. I kind of don't really know how to behave just yet. I kind of want to be me, but I'm not me. The way I'm dressed and the kind of surroundings and the people and the way they're talking to me.
Would you like anything?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Next to arrive is Lisa Braund.
That's not raining.
She's a receptionist with a firm of property developers.
Who does, actually?
Current state of my love life? Pretty non-existent. I've been out speed dating. You get to talk to someone for exactly 3 minutes, and then guys get up and jump to the next chair.
One dream accomplished.
Miss Braund ranks third in the female marriage stakes. Her chaperone is real-life self-made millionairess, Mrs. Rosie Hammond.
Look at the wildflowers. Cow parsley, campion, everything was beautiful. Nettles. Oh, wow.
Guests are given rooms according to their status. Only those with money and rank get any privacy, as the impoverished Miss Braund and her wealthy chaperone are about to discover.
So are we both in this room? I was going to say, double bed, both. A bit surprised about the rooms. My initial reaction was, oh my God, we're going to be sharing a double bed.
No, darling, this is yours. No, couldn't
Yes, it must be. I've got a little tiny bunk thing.
Will you fit in that?
And then I thought, well, actually, she's richer than me, so she'd obviously have a nicer place. And she has. So I've got this kind of little box room thing with all the clothes in, but it'll be fine. I'm just looking forward to it.
I'm not a governess, I'm a lady.
Miss Braund's closest rival, and next in order of eligibility, is 25-year-old trainee headhunter Hayley Connick.
I'm very single, very single. And I have been for over a year.
Welcome to Ken Church Court, ladies.
Thanks, thank you.
Miss Connick's chaperone is Mrs. Rosemary Enright, a former army officer turned romantic novelist.
Yes. As Mrs. Enright said, I'm the Elizabeth Bennet. Maybe she's being a bit hopeful there, but yeah, the lady of no means, financial means, but hopefully, well, according to this anyway, of other talents.
House sharing is an excellent way of ensuring that there's no monkey business. Rest easy and not be leaping at him at every creak.
The eligible members of the party have all arrived. Now they prepare to meet. In the Regency, it wasn't only the women who dressed to titillate. Britain had the most sought-after tailors in Europe.
It does make you feel very kind of, you feel quite powerful.
Men's jackets were cut to reveal all from the waist down. Ladies dressed to accent softness of form, round arms, shoulders, and breasts.
So you're all nervous?
No,
you're not. You're as cool as a cucumber, aren't you?
They all sort of like know little Regency things, which I feel really ignorant about. You know, which side her fan's going to be pointing at you, you know what I mean? But then lots of girls like a bit of rough, don't they? So I might be all right.
At last, the moment everyone has been waiting for.
Good evening. Let me introduce you to our host. This is Mr. Gorrell Barnes. Mr. Everett.
Evening.
Captain Glover. Mr. Fox-Smith. And Captain Robinson.
It's time for the chaperones to get to work. They've got to discover fast who's got the money and who's got the class. Then the knives are out to get their girl the man with the best prospects.
Yes.
Quite suddenly, Mr. Fox-Smith avowed his admiration for Miss Connick to me. Said a great deal that was pleasant to hear about her eyes. So I promptly asked Mr. Fox-Smith, without beating around the bush, what his income was. He said it was £200 a year. I asked him how he was augmenting his income or planning to do so, what prospects of preferment he had in his profession, and none of them sound impressive.
I'm not interested in their money. I'll go for the poorest one if she's the one I like.